Hi, welcome. Today I want to talk about a keto lifestyle and my journey and how I got started, and as well as think about going carnivore. So, my name is Jessica Wolf. I have been on this keto journey for over 10 years. I started because of my daughter. She was having issues, and I got started by accident. And different people are like, how do you get started by accident? Well, for one thing, I wasn't looking for weight loss. I wasn't looking for a diet. I took my daughter in to get tested for different issues. She was having so many issues with her gut and going to the bathroom, and she was 5 years old. And I finally had testing done, and finally got a doctor that would listen to me, and was able to get some testing done to find out she had a sensitivity to sugar substitutes, fructose. Yes, that means vegetables, fruits. She did not. She couldn't tolerate any of that. And then all the different sugars. I couldn't believe how many different things had sugars in them, and they've just gotten worse now. 10 years ago, when I started this journey and looking at sugars and sugar substitutes, there were only 52 that I could find. And so I was like, 52, there's one for every week of the year. That's quite a few to remember. Now there's over 100, and they keep coming out with more. So it's even more difficult to know what is in your food. If you don't know what it is, stay away from it. Stick with single ingredient foods is all I can say. So I've had to go to the point where I used to be able to say, we're keto. And then it got to the point, so many snacks would come out, and someone would make a keto dish, and I'd get sick. My daughter would get sick and be like, what in the world is going on? And I did this whole keto thing for her, and it worked great. I also did intermittent fasting, and that worked great. And then I got stressed out, going through a divorce, having to move and just find houses, find a place to live, find something to do to be able to support the family. And it just got to be more and more stressful. And not only that, as I've gotten older, my hormones are changing. I definitely know there's things going on with my hormones. So hormones, extra stress, I'm like at cortisol, just all over. And the more strict I get, I went keto for a long time. Then really in the last year, I've been more ketovore, maybe 2 years, been more ketovore, so more meat-based. And that has helped. I'm about 20 pounds lighter this last year. But I'm decided, 10 years ago, we started going keto, and by accident, it was because we were just trying to find things to eliminate sugar. And I told my daughter, like, you have this struggle, I'm going to do it with you, and you're not in this alone. So put extra stress on me as I'm trying to figure out what works, what can she have, what can't she have, and then what things can she eat that she actually likes. So 5-year-olds are very picky, and now at 15, she is still just almost as picky. She's got her taste buds have changed. It did take some time. It did take some years. Her taste buds have changed, and so have mine. But we keep going. This last spring, we did the beef, butter, bacon, egg challenge during Lent, and just as me and the girls as a family did that, and that was eye-opening how much weight they could lose in that amount of time. Now, I only lost about 5 pounds, but then again, it's not all about the scale. It's more about the health and how we feel. We all had more energy. We all felt better. Could tell our skin was better. And so that's kind of my push. This last week, I got thinking about it, and I got thinking about how 10 years ago, we started on this whole sugar-free journey, and then found out that most of the stuff that we could eat usually had the word keto in them, and we're like, what is this keto thing? And that's when we looked up keto, and more and more we were like going to more ketovore, carnivore, and it's like, you know what, we did beef, butter, bacon, eggs. That is so severely limited. We can do carnivore a lot easier. So we can have our cheese, we can have eggs on carnivore. And so that's what at least I'm going to do. They will probably stay keto. They might try more dishes as I come up with, as I'm finding more recipes. So I decided, I've been keto for 10 years. I'm going to go carnivore. And I know I felt how much better I felt after I did beef, butter, bacon, eggs. And that was very restrictive for that time frame. But I'm like, I know I can do it. So starting July 1st, I am deciding I'm going to go carnivore and see how things go. I think it's going to go really well. And so I wanted to share my story. So if you are like on that verge, like, I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm not sure with carnivore, I really have to do absolutely no sugar. And with keto and ketovore, I've slipped in diet sodas here and there. I've slipped in different things or different keto snacks here and there. I'm not going to have that on carnivore. So I don't want to do dirty carnivore. If I do it, I want to do it right. But so I am a little nervous, but it's all a learning experience. And that's what I was nervous when I went keto and was eliminating sugar, and I've eliminated a lot of sugars and a lot of different types of sugar substitutes. So I know I can do it if I set my mind to it. And it takes baby steps. Like I said, when I started with sugar-free, I had no idea what keto was. And then different recipes, I'm like, oh, she can do this. Oh, we can try this. And I'm like, okay, these are all saying keto. I'm going to look up, see what keto recipes are. And found out more information on keto, going, this is awesome. So it worked well for her, worked well for me. It's worked well for us for 10 years. Now I'm just going to take it one step further, because there is so much being added into our food, and I didn't realize it until I went on beef, butter, bacon, eggs, all the spices. Like the girls and I were at a Walmart, and we went through every single spice on the shelf, and there were three that did not have a sugar or sugar substitute in them. I went through my cabinet. Like, it's at the point I'm ordering all my spices and salts. There's even salt. You think salt just has one ingredient in it? No. Most of them aren't. So if you're buying your salt in a grocery store, you're most likely buying salt with a sugar in it, believe it or not. It was so eye-opening, because there were so many things that I thought we had taken sugar out in so many different ways, and here there was different spices that were added in, and I had been ordering not spices and seasonings, and I couldn't believe how many I checked on the shelf that I don't normally buy or anything. I was just looking for something new, because when you only have a handful of spices and seasonings, it kind of gets old. And I was looking for something new to put on beef and steaks and in my eggs. And it was eye-opening when the girls were just like, oh, we're getting sick and tired of this. It's like we're eating the same thing. And I understood. I was feeling it too. So they were looking through the store on the shelves with me. And they'd be looking at going, well, I don't know what this word is. And I'm like, oh, that's a sugar too. And that was another thing, like going through and having to look up how many sugars there are and what the names are for sugars and sugar substitutes. The list is astronomically huge. There's over 100. I I can't remember, and I know there was more being added. The last time I looked, I haven't looked in the last month for sure, but I was looking then. I was looking back this spring, and I'm sure there were some new ones has been added since. So that's what I'm going to be planning on doing starting in July, is in celebration of being on keto and finding out what my daughter's largest sensitivities was: sugar substitutes, and fructose. I'm gonna go carnivore, and she's like all on board, like, hey, we have some more recipes. I'm like, yes, we have more recipes. I have a carnivore cookbook coming, and so she's excited for that. So I'm excited because she's excited. I'm like, I'm the one that said that I was gonna do this. I didn't tell her she was gonna have to do it with me or anything, but she's excited to get started because obviously we like to feel better, right? All right, so that's what I plan on doing for this July. If this is something that you're interested in, you want to follow along on my journey, just give me a thumbs up or like. And if you have any questions regarding what we've done and what we're planning on doing, if you are planning to start a keto journey or ketovore or carnivore journey, just leave a comment below and let me know what questions you have. As if you're suffering from anything like a keto flu or anything like that, been there, done that, gone through it, I have helps. So if that's the type of stuff that you want to hear more about, leave a comment below. And if you want to hear updates as I'm going through the whole month of July, go ahead, turn on the little bell notifications and subscribe so you get notified when I have a new post and coming out. I'm planning on posting each week my weekly updates. I may do little shorts throughout the week, but we'll see. I will do at least once a week. I'm not necessarily going to blog, but I am going to at least do a video once a week throughout my week. All right, well, you'll see you this whole next month as we're going through this journey. Again, make sure if you have any questions, comment, and make sure you hit that like button.